Okay, so today's piece is Invisible Heart by Matthew Lee Knowles. This is a piece for voice and piano. I'm assuming soprano and piano. Um, and it was written in 2021. It's a large scale song, so it's a 27-minute single song, like on a single text, which kind of calls to mind that Satie piece. Socrates or Socrata. I can't uh, remember if that is an actual monodrama. I think it's more just a song, but like a very long one. So that's kind of what this is. The lyrics were written by extracting sentences from the top of pages in John Boyne's novel, The Heart's Invisible Furies, then adapting, reordering them in May/June, then writing the music in July. So, somewhat random what lines are picked because it's just at the top of the pages. Um, what is this novel, first of all? Okay. A social novel by Irish novelist John Boyne, published in 2017. So, 5 years before this piece was written, or maybe 4 years. Revolving around the life of Cyril, who struggles with his sexuality, taking on a broad range of prejudice and intolerance in Ireland of the past 7 years. So, it's a pretty big plot synopsis here. It seems to be a novel that spans a long time. In 2025, this is like much more recent than this song. The Lukashenko regime added the book to the list of publications containing harmful uh, materials or materials that could harm the national interests of Belarus. So it is a banned novel. It's just simply because it's about a gay character. I guess we'll learn a lot more about it getting these little excerpts of the novel. And if we look at the score, it's 51 pages of music. The lyrics are in blue, performed by Sarah Parkin and Dominic Irving, and recorded at Heath Street Baptist Church. Audio engineer John Henry Baker. The first stanza reads, "Long before my neighbor's moment across this place, with it between his fingers, he stood up no matter how invaluable, for 2 pence in a couple of hours to show me something, what to know, what I do." And then the last two lines, "One hand touched my arm, everyone can get married when I'm gone." So I think it is just literally like every line is just taken from the top of a page of the novel, and then it's somehow organized into stanzas. Sometimes something's repeated, like here the line, "We were doing life," is repeated 12 times. I guess, yeah, the score did mention that they were rearranged, so it's not even in chronological order. That could be how it ended up being grouped into stanzas, is like there's this creative act of collaging them anyways. I'll just put a link to this Bandcamp in the video description so you have the lyrics in front of you, and to like slightly increase the chance that you contribute to this project. Yeah, I want to get through this in the next hour, so yeah. Okay, yeah, so this was a really interesting experience. The ending was surprisingly powerful, and it's really high energy all the way through. It just really goes, yeah, one thing to another for 855 measures. And yeah, it's just very full of life. I'm finding it hard to match as a listener the energy, but yeah, it was really fascinating. Just it's kind of quirky the way that Matthew went about assembling this text and also setting it. There's like a lot of intentionally like incorrect text setting, and correct text setting. This last phrase is a great example. It like is just this repeating pattern that's very easy to follow musically, but the text like shifts. Sometimes it's the strong beats line up correctly, sometimes they don't. There's also like this second voice that comes in from time to time, usually just harmonizing in sixths. Yeah, I like that. Like, I have a familiarity with Matthew's piano music from a lot from this time, 2021, and I think this piece has a lot in common with that piano music. I'm not solo piano stuff. I'm not sure what inspired what, but it's interesting to see a text that like works so well with this style of piano writing. It's like the two are really inseparable. Um, so yeah, that's those are the observations I'm going to end on. Tomorrow we're going to look at another song cycle by Matthew. I think it's called "This Is a Warning and a Threat," and it's a bit of a longer one. I think that's definitely more than an hour of music.